What makes the Marquesas such a good place for permit fishing is that you have basically everything that a permit wants. Fish on!
Got one?
Yep.
Sweet! You know, I was a little skeptical, to tell you the truth, because we were so close to the shore. You know, it was hard to believe there was even a wreck there. But sure enough, man, you're like, there they are. Woo! Now that's a run.
That's why that's my favorite right there. Here we go. Get ready.
Whoa! That is a whopper permit, man.
Oh! Yeah!
Come on, come on. Oh! He ate it! He ate it! He ate it! Nice, baby! Yeah, that's what I'm talking about! I thought you said you had
I got him, relax.
Oh, dude, he just ripped my boat off. Oh! Awesome, look at that big boy. Woo!
The Hawks Cay Saltwater Experience, presented by Yellowfin, with Captain Tom Rowland and Captain Rich Tudor.
You can go up and down the Keys, you can catch bonefish and tarpon pretty much all over the place, but the permit, there is definitely a place, an epicenter, that is kind of a little bit better than the rest, and that is the Marquesas. And what makes the Marquesas such a good place for permit fishing is that you have basically everything that a permit wants. You've got the deep water structure, you've got the inshore coral heads and that kind of structure, you've got the channels, flats, you've got all kinds of areas where they can float, where they can feed, where they're tailing. Pretty much every situation that you could find a permit in is found out there in the Marquesas, and for whatever reason, there just seem to be more of them there than really anywhere else. That place is just day in, day out, hands down the best. You know, if we don't see those tarpon up here, we'll come down the north side. It's the best tide for permit in the same place.
Big high fall, right? Yeah. So that morning we went out there and, you know, you had a couple game plans in mind. You know, we'd been finding some tarpon, we've been seeing those on the flats the last few days, and you really had it in mind that you wanted to look for some permit. So, you know, you've shown me a lot of different things down there over the years. We've done some permit on the flats. Years ago, we did some permit on some wrecks and stuff. But this was interesting. We were literally just driving, I mean, right on the same line that we'd been, you know, running around the Marquesas looking for tarpon, just running around there. And you're like, hey, let's look at this wreck right here. And then you just stopped. And you're like, let's check this one. I'm like, this what? You know, I didn't realize there was a wreck that close to shore. This is the permit wreck?
It's a wreck that can have some permit on it sometimes, and I say we give it a shot, man. If you want to put that trolling motor down, I'll get up here with the remote. Maybe you can give me a crab rod. I don't know. Maybe we see something, maybe we don't.
There's a cuda right there.
The tide's just right. We had a certain tide where I was just kind of thinking, okay, well, that tarpon fishing is kind of over. It's going to be a while before we, you know, are going to go up and be able to find fish on the flats. And
yeah, you're right. The tide changed.
Yeah, we can go and kind of look, and maybe we see some stuff. Maybe you see some floater permit where they're actually floating and sticking their fins out of the water in certain areas on that tide. But it's also a good time to go and check any kind of structure, whether that's a coral head, a wreck. So I thought, well, here, you know, I'm looking at the GPS as we're running by. I'm like, oh, that's not very far away. Let's just go check it. And it's kind of the milk route that I'm going to go out there and look anyway. Fish on.
Got one?
Yep.
Sweet! What can I do to help?
I don't know, find another one. I'm going as fast as I can. You can take this remote control and get us as far away from this wreck as you possibly can.
Got it.
Just straight out that way.
He was way off the wreck, huh?
No, he's right here.
Cool.
In the end.
Nice job, man. That elevation really helped, huh?
Oh, man.
It's a big one?
Yeah.
You know, I was a little skeptical, to tell you the truth, because we were so close to the shore. I mean, I'm thinking to myself, you know, these wrecks that you've taken me to before were always, you know, quite a bit away from shore, and this one was, you know, it was hard to believe there was even a wreck there. But sure enough, man, you're like, there they are. Woo! Now that's a run.
That's why that's my favorite right there. Favorite fish.
Going full speed.
Going over to this wreck. So is he. We're both going full speed.
You hooked that first big fish And this was one where he started running so fast, instead of pulling hard, you actually loosened your drag a little bit and let him kind of think he was swimming, I guess, free.
Yeah.
And he got away from the wreck, because that's a big problem when you're fishing those wrecks. Those suckers will get right in there and break you off. But that was a pretty cool move. You actually loosen your drag, he started to swim away from the wreck, and then we just followed him with the trolling motor, kept following him.
Right.
And you knew right away that was a big fish.
When I think about the Marquesas and why to come here, this is it right here.
And this is it.
No place better.
Every situation that a permit can be found, you can find right here. Deep water, shallow water, wreck, reef, flats, no
Man,
structure.
That is a huge permit. Look how long he is.
I always think, you know, when you see them swimming in the water, looking down on them, they don't look that big.
Yeah.
As soon as you get them up to the boat and they flop on their side there, and you know, I mean, all of a sudden that thing went from being, you know, a nice fish to whoa! You know, we got the net out on that guy.
I'm gonna turn him up, and he's gonna come right to us. You ready?
Yep, take your time.
Here we go. Get ready.
Whoa! That is a whopper permit, man. I thought that bit net was big when I pulled it out. Now I'm not so sure. Oh, dude, that's a stud.
Let me have that. Let me have my hands on him.
That is the biggest one we've caught together.
Think so?
Yeah, that's a whopper.
Yes!
Look at the size of that son of a gun.
Look at that. He's been hit before
Wow.
with something.
Wow.
Something. Got him right there.
Wow.
Now, if you can put your fist in his mouth, he's close to 30 pounds. Let's see.
The permit gauge.
Right.
The Rowland gauge.
That's the permit gauge. If you can put your fist in their mouth.
Well, that
and
one-
honestly, we catch a lot of permit, not a lot that are truly over 30 pounds. I mean, for me, that's a real benchmark. 30-pound permit and above, that's really good.
Wow.
I don't know. You actually put them on a scale. That's not as many 30-pounders as reported.
And look, he had a little more on him too.
What a beautiful fish. My favorite one of them all.
Nice. Yeah, that's the biggest one we've ever caught together.
Well, let's see if we can go back over there and get you one. Off you go.
Look at him go.
No problem.
He's
Look at
rolling.
him. He's hauling.
Nice job, dude.
Thank you.
That's a whopper. Look at that.
Thank you.
I pulled that net out. I'm thinking, man, that's too big of a net. We don't need a net that big. And then I'm like, well, I don't think we could have got him in a net any smaller. I'm on.
Yep, you're on.
That's amazing, man.
Here comes mine. I think I'm on too.
The Hawks Cay Saltwater Experience, presented by Yellowfin, is brought to you in part by Hawks Cay, the only key you'll need. By Yellowfin, only in a Yellowfin. By Mercury Marine, #1 on the water. Bass Pro Shops, your adventure starts here. Quantum Rods and Reels, fishing at a quantum level. And by Costa, Power Pole, and Key Largo.
There are so many wrecks out there. I mean, if you had a chart that showed all the wrecks, you'd be amazed at the ones that are published, and then there's even more that are not published. And the area is called the Quicksands, and it's a very interesting area because it's a shallow area that a lot of boats come to take shelter from a storm. For whatever reason, the ship goes down, and you have a tremendous amount of wrecks there that date all the way back to the Atocha, where they were, you know, a Spanish freighter that was carrying all the gold, and it went down in that area. And it's great if you're a treasure hunter, but if you're a fish hunter, it's even better because, you know, a wreck is just like this oasis out in the middle of a desert, and the fish just concentrate around whatever's there. And so as we're going by, just stop and check it out.
Oh, it was really cool. We pull up there, you tell me, all right, let's put the trolling motor down, get 2 crabs ready. You know, you were just driving up from up top there, and you just had me get 2 crabs ready and a CUDA rod ready.
Right.
And, you know, and I couldn't even really see the wreck that clearly, but, you know, there's some dark spots there, but, you know, you had the GPS in, and you had the elevation, you could see the wreck, and as we started to approach there, I knew you were zeroed in. You get all focused on permit, man, and you were very confident that there would be some permit there.
On, fish on.
You got him again, man.
Here, dude, we're going into the wreck. Here.
do you want me to go?
Okay, he took a turn right to the right.
Which way should I go?
Okay, go back to the left. Left, go around the back end of this wreck. Hurry, 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 fast as you can. Oh, he's gonna get me in there. Go back to the right.
Want me to go big motor?
No, go back to the right. I'm just gonna go real easy. We're gonna walk him like a dog right down the park, right out of here.
Tell me which direction.
Just keep going straight. You know, I never even saw that fish. All I saw was down deep, he flashed. That was it. I would have never seen had it not been for this. Hey, look, we just keep going like this. Look, he's swimming just like this. He's just swimming away the same speed we are. As long as I don't pull on him, he'll keep going. I've found with all of the jack species, jack crevalles particularly, permit, the harder you pull against those fish, the harder they're going to pull back. And so if they're going for the wreck and you keep pulling against them, they're going in the wreck. I mean, you're not going to stop them. They're a very, very powerful fish. You're not going to stop them on a 10-pound test. So the other alternative is, hey, let's just pretend like they broke the line. So pow, even open the bail, and that fish will just stop swimming and just start swimming this way. Like, okay, no more pressure, everything's cool. And he goes over here, now you can just start up again, and now he's swam away from the wreck.
So you just got your bail open?
I have my bail open, yeah.
So what do you want me to do?
I'm just putting very little pressure, and we're just taking the boat in the direction we want him to go.
You want me to go this way?
Well, yeah, I mean, now we're good. We're away from the wreck, and I got him hooked good, and now I can fight him. Let's see.
I would never have the courage to open my bail after hooking a fish. I'm always thinking you gotta pull super hard on them.
Okay. It just turns out that if you're a guide in Key West, you fish for permit a lot. I really like them. A lot of people are looking for that fish. They need it on their bucket list, so it gets a lot of people down to the Key West area, to the Florida Keys, because we do have just exceptionally good permit fishing.
All right. Is this one that needs the big net, or is this
This
like
needs the big net.
All right.
Dude, we're all about the big net. Okay, get ready, because he's tail wrapped, and if he takes off really, really hard, we might lose him here. We might be able to get him just around his. Woo, yes! Yeah. See that? He had him tranquilized with the tail wrap. The other one was bigger, but this one's awesome.
That is nice.
Yes, sir.
Wow.
Nice. Look, he was not ready. Wow. That tail wrap really took the energy out of him. I was pulling him backwards.
Kind of like a tarpon.
Now he's all set. Now you try see the difference in the mouth here.
Yeah.
I mean, that other fish, you could get I got all the way up in there. This one,
Totally
this is your typical, flats fish right here. Yeah. This is the fish that we catch, fishing on for fly. Probably maybe a 14-pounder.
I love how that rubbery lips.
And that other one was easily twice this size.
Easily.
It's the king of the Marquesas right there. I mean, we have a lot of world-class fishing down here, but truly, in my opinion, you could travel the whole world and not find any better permit fishing than you're gonna find right here. Bye-bye, Mr. Permit.
Ooh, nice work. That's pretty impressive.
Okay, I think they're off the far corner, but we're gonna get right up in there and find them.
You knew you had a short window. Tide change is what you were looking for. We hurried up. We got back in position, got on the trolling motor. At that point, you really were confident. You could see exactly you could see the wreck. You could kind of see the front of it, the back of it, and I think they were right on the down current side, right?
Yeah.
Just on the down current side.
I'm so confident because I can see them. I mean, they're right there in the water. It's visible, and they have that big black boomerang tail. A lot of times you can make out that, and then the black pectoral fin. You can just put these pieces of black together, and there's the fish. I was looking on, okay, there they are. Big school, right on this side of the wreck.
This side of the wreck?
Yeah, this side of the wreck. Point your rod where you're gonna throw, right there. Throw it just so it'll come down this side of the wreck. That's gonna be good. You're 10, 20 feet further ahead than you need to be, but let's just let it float down through there. So I could see them at the back of that wreck, and I started to be able to tell you where they were. And maybe if you couldn't see the fish as clearly as I could, it's just sight fishing 101. I point the rod, there you go, let it fly.
And you did good. I threw in there, and I got it in the position.
They're swarming mine. They didn't eat mine. They're looking at it.
There's another one right on the edge of the reef, the wreck.
Got
Small
him.
one.
I'm on.
Good job.
Yeah, baby! That was so cool.
We're gonna catch a double right here. As long as he's going away from the wreck, just let me know. If I need to do something else, let me know.
He's going that way.
That's good, that's fine. We got plenty
He's
of
circling
time if
back
he
to the
goes that
wreck.
way.
Heading to the wreck.
And my fish was going towards the wreck, and I guess I waited too long, or I don't know what I did, but I tried your trick finally.
Yeah.
He's going right into it. Should I pull on him or not?
If you pull on him, he's gonna go right in it.
All right, I'm trusting you here. I think he's going right down and swimming through the center of it.
Yeah, he'll be all right.
I think he's taking a nap inside of it.
Do whatever you think you ought to do.
I don't know. I've never done this before. You tell me what to do.
And it takes a lot of guts to just open your bail and let him go. And this time it didn't work out. I don't know if he got in there. I don't know if I didn't do it right or whatever. But I think my fish got in, swam through something, and then came out the other side.
80% of the time it works every time, you know? Gently encourage him to come this direction. I really wanted to get a double. Oh, that's okay. All right, let's see if we can get another one. You got a hook? I got some more hooks in
Sure,
the.
I got nothing. He went down in there. I guess I didn't do it right.
Well, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. We make our living on a boat, and one of the most important parts of our boat is the cooler. Whether you're taking fish home or keeping fish commercially, the cooler is super important. It's important for catch and release fishermen to be able to just keep your ice and water. Plus, it has to be durable enough to stand on top of it or ride on it as it becomes a seat in the boat. Now, for a long time, coolers were thin-sided and the lids would just crater if we had someone sitting on top of them through all the waves, riding in the waves. We had to replace them over and over and over again through the season. Yeti came along and made a bomb-proof product. It's a lifetime investment. We still have a problem though if we're going to fish out of a very small boat, like a canoe. A lot of times in a canoe, you can't fit a hard-sided cooler in the boat. You still need to be able to go up there and keep ice for days. So they've come out with another product. It's got the Yeti name on it, so you know it's incredibly durable. And I've tested this thing out, man. The zippers are absolutely completely watertight. If it spills, turns over, everything on this thing is super durable, and it solves a big problem for us of being able to go into an area where we can only take a small boat and still be able to take a really durable cooler that'll hold ice for days.
The Hawks Cay Saltwater Experience, presented by Yellowfin, is brought to you in part by Yeti, built for the wild. By Lowrance, find, navigate, dominate. True Flies, life off the chart. Vicious, get vicious. Motor Guide, accuracy matters. And by the Florida Keys and Key West, Buff, Fraybill, and Live Water Sports.
For full-length shows, step-by-step instruction, and stuff you've never seen on TV, go to saltwaterexperience.com. They're just on the end of the wreck. You could reach them right there, as far as you can throw it. Okay, you're in.
I'm in.
You're in. One's turning around to eat you.
Oh, wow,
He
he's
just
on it
ate you.
already. I'm on.
Yep, you're on.
That's amazing, man.
Here comes mine. I think I'm on too.
Look at him go. You gonna help me this time?
I'm gonna try. I'm about to catch one too. Okay. Okay, here we go. Luckily, there were enough fish there to where we continue to have more opportunities and more opportunities, and you're gonna catch some fish like that. We have good enough light. We've got a live well full of live crabs, and that's kind of the thing, you know. We're not gonna catch those things like we were with live crabs. You have live crabs, you're gonna catch
And
them.
not just crabs, but we had, you know, I noticed you like the certain size crabs, you know, just like that quarter size, maybe a little bigger
About
than
like
a
the
quarter.
spoon,
Yep.
right? Like really about like that, and then you're just gonna hook them right on the corner with just a little fluorocarbon leader, 20-pound braid. Man, that is the rig. All right, been a while since you've done that
Yeah,
with me.
it has been a while, man. This is a.
Although I understand that the permit fishing up the Keys, Isla Mirada has been very good.
Yeah, it is. This is different down here, though. I mean, I don't have the wrecks like this. All our wrecks are in dirty water.
Yeah.
You know, and we catch them down those wrecks. Certainly we get them on the flats and stuff, but this is special, man.
Mm-hmm. Well, this is very unique. Very unique.
And honestly, to have a wreck that's so near shore,
Right.
all the wrecks up there get hit so much.
Yeah. One more time. I love it when they go down like that, and then all of a sudden they come up like that, and that's when you really pull them, and they just start nosing. You get their nose up. Might have to do it one more time, one more little dive, and then he'll be ready to roll.
Look at that giant cuda about to eat him.
I don't think he's gonna eat him. I think he's coming up to say hello.
Whoa, yeah!
Good work, bud.
Man, that's what I'm talking about.
Woo, good work.
Thank you, Mr. Rowland.
Pick him up.
That day we hit it right.
Yeah.
That was some of the best permit fishing, close to shore. I mean, that was just an awesome scenario.
Yeah, and then no ride home. We can go back and get prepared for the next day because, I mean, now 3 awesome days out there in the Marquesas. We're on the mothership and just hungry for more. I mean, it's like we're not even getting tired. We're getting more excited to go and do more fishing. It's really cool out there. All right, got a few more minutes of this tide.
See you, buddy. Whew. That was cool.
All right, good
Nice,
work,
dude.
dude.